Well, welcome to On Point Live. Coming to you live tonight from Jimmy E's Bar and Grill Restaurant right here in Long Beach, California. Hi, everybody. I'm Vince Ferragamo, former Los Angeles Rams quarterback. Alongside of me is 20-year NFL legend, Hall of Famer Jackie Slater. And Jackie, the food, this place is really hopping, man. I'm telling you, this is the place to be on Monday Night Football.
Look at that, Vince.
What is that? Tri-tip?
This is my snack.
Oh, my God. Snack.
This is my snack.
What are you going to have for dinner?
Doesn't that look good? Huh?
That looks really good.
It is delicious.
And the barbecue sauce.
Absolutely
delicious.
delicious.
Man, we're going to have some fun tonight. We have so much to talk about. We're going to talk about recapping Week 12 in the NFL regular season. We had some bonker games this weekend. I'm telling you, we had some games at Thanksgiving that were shoe-ins, and one was a surprise. We'll talk about some of those games. We're going to have so much fun here at the restaurant with giveaways and stuff at halftime. And so we encourage viewers out there, if you're listening to us, come on down to Jimmy E's. We're right here on Cherry Avenue, and enjoy all the fun with us. And then with a lot of giveaways, we have helmets. We got so much stuff to give, and then also we got a couple.
I'm wondering, how are you going to stay in business? Because every time we have something,
we give it away.
Giving away a $35, $50 bottle of wine. What are you doing?
That's a nice wine. You know, that's our signature wine, Jackie.
I know. The
I
Super
take
Tuscan.
a lot of pride in this thing. Yeah, and it's a family favorite.
I know.
That Super Tuscan.
It's one of my favorites too, Vince.
Yeah. Thank you so much. That Sangiovese is a beautiful wine grape, and especially for food. But Jackie, we have a couple really great guests tonight. We got one of our former teammates who played with us in the Super Bowl.
Absolutely.
You know, 5-time special teams MVP player.
Absolutely.
All right.
On our team. On
our team. And then we got another guy that everybody will recognize, especially if he took his shirt off. Okay. So, I mean,
Mr. Brown.
Big John. So we'll have them come on in a few minutes. But first, we got to talk a little bit about what happened this weekend with some of these games. Come on in. Our fans are coming in. We're live. It doesn't matter. How you doing? What's your name?
I'm doing well.
Hi, George. How you doing, George?
I'll take off about the Pittsburgh Super Bowl loss, but it's all good.
All right, okay.
They're talking about the Pittsburgh game. That was like 50 years ago, Jackie.
George, you see that camera right there? You're live. You're live. Turn around and say hello.
We encourage them to come on up.
Thanks for saying hello. Looking forward to visiting with you in a little bit.
Yeah. Well, Jackie, the first game, we got to talk about our local teams. You know, the Rams and the Chargers this past weekend. The Rams were impressive again.
Some good stuff and then some not so good.
Yeah, well, I got to talk about Kyron Williams.
Yeah.
Okay, this guy, is this a success that he had, is that an indictment of the Cardinals defense, or is that just the way the Rams can play offense and how well he can play?
Well, I think that's a little bit of both, Vince. I really do. Because if you can't say that Sean McVay doesn't know how to run the football, doesn't tactfully know how to attack defenses with the running game, because we saw that, a few years back when he had the big back, the big back that he had. What was that? I forgot his name now.
Right. Well, you're talking about Ryan Wendell, though, too, the coach. Yeah. So that's really making a big difference.
But it starts with McVay. Now, what did McVay do this offseason? He went out and he hired in my opinion, one of the bright young minds in offensive line play in the NFL in Ryan Wendell. And you have to remember that Ryan Wendell played for the great offensive line coach that was there at your guy, Dante Scarnecchia, that was there at the Patriots for, 20 years or something like that. So one of the things that I anticipated was a lot of more variety in their running game, Vince. But when I looked at them against the Cardinals last week, I'm thinking to myself, are they running some of these plays because they think some of the people that they're getting these key blocks on are not good defenders, or are they running these plays because they're trying to build some variety in their offense? And I concluded that they're trying to build variety in the offense, and I think that's what Wendell is all about. I saw them run 28-29 pitch, which we ran with Eric Dixon, which is a toss to Kyron with a lead back or a tight end or a wide receiver getting up and blocking the force defender. I saw traps. I saw tackle traps. I saw a variety of things that are difficult to defend. And, the thing about a good running game, as I surmise, is that the more variety you use, the more difficult it is
to defend.
It's simple as that.
Right. And when's the last time we saw a tackle trap by the Rams. Not
It
very
was-
often. They
it
would
was-
run a stretch
It
right
was
or
last
left.
year.
That was
It was last
basically-
year, in the middle of the season last year.
Yeah, and they started it. But I think they're having more success. They rushed for over 200 yards with Kyron Williams.
It had to have been the biggest rushing output in a couple of years.
And we're talking about this running back, Jack. He was on IR. Okay, he was only expected to be just used limited in this game, and all of a sudden he rushes for 206 yards.
Yes.
2 touchdowns. Jackie, I mean, he had 9 touchdowns in 7 games played this year. How is he having that much success?
Well,
Is it all coaching or this guy
it
is
goes
talent?
back. Well, he's got a pretty good offensive line in front of him right now too, and I just really like Rob Havenstein. He's doing a great job at the point of attack, securing blocks, making sure he lays those double teams over on that guard real good before he climbs to the backer, and then by the time he starts climbing to a backer, there's a big space in there behind him. And I also like the fact that they can move. These guys can run. They're putting them in the perimeter on screens. They're putting them in the perimeter on draws. They're doing so much variety that it's hard to say I got to play as a defender to say I got to play this real well because you don't know when you're going to get it. And if you play that real well, that means you're not playing something else well. So, I mean, you know how I feel about the running game.
Well, we haven't talked about this one aspect of having a good running attack, Jackie.
Mm-hmm.
It's easy to call plays when the running game is successful.
Oh, definitely.
Okay, and it's easy for the quarterback to step in and execute his offense.
Right.
Because now he can play action. Now he's not under pressure where it's 3rd and long every down.
Right,
Okay,
absolutely.
that he's got to sit back there and pick out the right receiver.
And that's taking the pressure off that offensive line on
that's
pass
helping
downs,
that
too,
happen.
particularly
So-
when you get good pass rushers.
Right.
It's been impressive watching what they've done.
But we saw so many great games. Jackie, what about that Philadelphia and Buffalo Bills game?
Wow.
That was impressive.
That
was right down to the wire.
Right down to the wire. And, kick field goals are factoring in there big time with those 2 dynamic quarterbacks. Josh Allen is a competitor from the word say go. And you can't, Jalen Hurts, what do you say about him? This guy's
You can't count him out.
He's unflappable, Vince.
You can't count him out, even late in
Have
the
you
game.
ever seen any emotion from him?
No.
I've never seen any emotion from him.
And that's what's really awesome. Okay, that's what's really
it's
awesome.
impressive watching him.
But how
play.
Buffalo was almost like they had this game under wraps, and then Philadelphia drives the ball late. Jake Elliott, the kicker, has to kick a 58, 59 yarder.
Right at 60 yards.
My goodness. And did you see the weather conditions there?
Winds and everything else.
The rain.
That was
it
a
was
big
coming
time.
out. The ball. Now the ball gets heavy in the rain.
He reminds me of Mike
the ball's
Lansford.
heavy to kick it through.
He reminded me of Mike
hey, look,
Lansford.
We got some more guys. Hey, look who's here, Big Daddy.
How you doing, man? All right, Jackie.
This guy can
Good to
play
see
some
you.
baseball. He's
Good to see
Banning
you. How
High
you been?
School, right here.
How about that, huh?
Banning High School.
You got his L.A. Rams cap
Oh yeah,
on.
I know it, man. You must have heard about the what we're having here tonight. You must have heard what we're doing here tonight. We're over here.
Yeah.
Man, it's coming.
Well,
yeah.
good. Thanks for
yeah,
coming.
that's great,
Turn around and say
Say
hello
hello.
to
Hey,
all of
there they
Southern
are.
California there as we do this live podcast. Say,
All right,
say
that's
hello
cool.
to them. Oh, boy. And this is the owner of the establishment.
That's
Hey,
right,
listen,
Jimmy
listen.
E, right here.
This brisket right here
Jackie's
is
loving it.
killer. I've already had a piece. It is killer delicious.
Put in the middle, make a sandwich out of it.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that.
We got to find time to eat. That'll
It
be
is-
great.
it is
I
excellent.
can't wait.
I just get you some toothpicks for the camera.
Yeah,
Yeah,
make
that's
sure you do
good.
that.
That's good. That's good, Jimmy.
Oh, boy.
All right, see you.
Hey, isn't this a cool setting to do this, man? I mean, I like going to Manhattan Beach Studios because it's certainly professional. Mark does a fantastic job over there of making us feel comfortable and facilitating us with all the stuff, the modern
we do have a
technology we
good
need.
crew. We
We
do
got a
have a
board.
great crew.
Hey, we got a board we can draw plays on and
that's
everything.
right.
But it's also cool when you get out. You see people, a couple people having beers and eating good food and having a good time with all of the screens up. This is a great place to watch a football game, don't you think?
And then they have a lot of their valid customers that come each and every week. And
Right,
we talk-
the guys over there playing dominoes you're talking about.
We talked to Lindsey Hughes over here, and he actually is here with a big crowd every Monday night.
Right, he
And so
says
they
that.
kind of shortened their crowd down because we're going to have other guests coming in. From,
Right.
People want to come and enjoy all the festivities they have going
Yeah.
here tonight with these.
But he seemed like he take a lot of pride in buying the place out when he wants to come.
He does. So we might have to come back here again, Jack. This is great.
I know.
But that win though for what we were talking about, Philadelphia Eagles, coming from behind and late in the game, the calmness about the team,
Right.
and also about Nick Sirianni has been great. You know, he grew up 60 miles south of Buffalo.
Oh, is that right?
In a town, I think it was Jamestown,
So he was at
in
home.
New York. So he was pretty much, yeah. And so he came back, and he's really instilled a lot of confidence, I think, in this team. And the way he has been able to take his team in this first year to a Super Bowl last year and just barely missed that game. This year, they're one of the,
They're
10
awfully
and 1.
gritty.
That's
They're
pretty
awfully
darn good.
gritty. And the thing that's scary about them is their offensive line. By the way, Lane Johnson, arguably the best right tackle in pro football right now, didn't even play.
He didn't play.
And if he did, it was a very short period of time because he had some injury.
Well, if we have that Illustrator board, if we were back in Manhattan Beach at our studio, we could have drew up that direct run that Jalen Hurts ran for the winning touchdown late in the game in overtime. Remember?
But we drew that play up a year ago in the playoffs or toward the end of the season.
But
it's a center trap to the weak side. They double team the defender away from the center, drive him down and get the backer, and then the center pulls over and kicks out the defensive end. The ball inserts.
It was beautiful.
And there you go.
All design. All done by design.
All by design. All by
Jackie,
design.
And that's one of their inside the 10 runs that they have.
Right.
Along with a lot of other passes.
Right.
You know, they're going to throw to
And if you
Devontae
got a
Adams
quarterback that can squat 500 or 600 pounds, why not use the legs
or
deliberately
Devontae Smith,
in a critical down like that?
Exactly. Well, there was other losers too that didn't go so well for the NFC or the AFC North, Jackie, with Kevin Stefanski.
No.
Things
didn't go so well for him. In fact, they were down. Think about this scenario, Vince.
Okay, yeah.
They were down 17-12. Dorian Thompson-Robinson, the kid from up here at UCLA, he gets knocked out of the game. Did you see him, by the way, how all the blood coming out of his mouth? I mean, he got nailed. He gets knocked out of the game.
I know he took a hit.
But after that, Vince, they try a double reverse in their own territory that leads to a fumble and eventual Denver touchdown to go down 24-12 in the fourth quarter. At the time, the Browns were averaging 4.6 yards per carry. My question to you is, you're averaging 4.6 yards per carry. You just lose your quarterback. Why get fancy with some third-string quarterback? Shouldn't you just go back to your meat and potato, give the ball off?
Well,
and run it down their throats?
That's a
4.6 yards to carry.
You know, on the surface, I think when you look at that, I would say yes, the Cleveland Browns are a good running team. But what makes them so exciting to watch running the football is that they can interject a few pass plays with their quarterback and make things a little bit more difficult to read up front. And so I think that's what makes their offense. And their offensive line has been doing a good job opening holes. So, but yeah, when you look back in that regard, that might have been a big sticking point with them. But hey, you know what? Things happen in the NFL that you can't predict. And who would have known?
Yeah.
The quarterback's going to get knocked out of the game.
Yeah.
So
no one would have known that, but you would think that if you're averaging over 4 yards per carry, 4.5 yards per carry, I mean, that you're going to keep running the football.
Yeah. Well, Jackie, you know, we've got so much entertainment going on here tonight.
I know.
You know, this Monday night football game's coming up here pretty soon.
Right.
Okay, this is the Chicago Bears are at home. Okay, they're going to play. They have to travel to the Vikings. They're playing in Minnesota.
They're playing better.
They are playing better. But before we watch this game, we got some more guys coming up here. We got guys coming from all over Long Beach. They're showing up.
Hey, how you doing, man? Good to see you,
man. Good to see you.
Good to see you. Turn around and say hello to all of our fans in Southern California on the camera right there.
That's it, man. I think everybody's seeing all the food, so they probably think they're going to come up and eat some of this food. That's good.
If this is his play, where's yours?
No, yeah. I know. Well, that's just
we're going to share that. We're going to share that. I don't think I can.
We'll talk. Sounds good. Good seeing you.
Good seeing you.
Yeah. Well, that was.
This is kind of cool.
Yeah,
I haven't seen him in I don't know when.
I know. Yeah, he was Guy Barton's buddy that we used to do. He did a lot of, work for the stadiums and building the stadiums and doing all that stuff. So he did a lot of great work, great construction company.
I feel kind of. You're making me feel kind of famous, Vince. Everybody knows you in Southern California. It's like
They know
everybody
you.
knows. No,
They
they
know
don't
you,
know
man.
me. They
20
know
years
you.
NFL.
Nobody was watching my fat rear end do my job, but everybody knows who Vince Ferragamo is. That's for sure.
Well, before
It's kind of cool, isn't it?
Yeah, it is cool because we're home. We're at home in Southern California.